Alright, finally got the Beamer out. Just put some gas in it, didn't even lift the gauge. Bloody perfect. It's been parked up for a few months since we painted it. Haven't done anything with it at all. Other than get those 18s that I've showed you before. So they're in the back now, so they're coming to the shed too. Two of the 18s need painting, so I've got them to sand back, tidy them up. And yeah, there's a few things to do to the Beamer. It needs new shocks in the rear, it needs lowering for those 18s, and if I'm paying a run of V8, and especially feed it with 98, I want to hear it getting burnt, so it needs an exhaust as well. But this is a start. We'll get it to the shed and start a list. Oh, she's all wheel spin. Still wheel spin. Okay, so I quickly jacked it up, threw the 18s on. Looks like shit on the front, but not too bad on the back. So it definitely needs lowering, so I'm going to try and find some struts that'll fit, do a bit of modifying. I've got none at home though, fuck it, but this is about all that's going to happen here tonight, so we'll mosey off and see what we get. What's that count? Woo! Oh yeah. Alright, so next day, I've got the car jacked up, I've got the wheel back off it. I just put it on there because I wanted to see how it sat. This thing, when I brought it, had buggered rear shocks. They are completely shot. Oil was all leaked out of them, so it needs new shock absorbers, and it needs to be lowered as well. So I'm going to try and tackle two birds with one stone by just changing and fitting some other random shock absorbers, kind of like what we did to the Skyline. So the old drift car R31, we put R32 fronts in the R31 rear, and that worked. So these are actually out of a R33 Skyline. It's not even the same car manufacturer, I know, and they're quite long, but I should be able to hopefully do something with those shocks and those springs. Maybe not, not sure. But to get the shocks and springs out, which definitely have to come out, because like I said, those shocks are buggered, you wouldn't believe the nightmare to get to these top bolts. Just there, just in there. 3 top bolts that hold the strut in, and I had to remove the seat, that bit of the seat, the parcel tray, to get the parcel tray out. I had to remove those bits there, and it took me a couple of hours because I've just done it slowly in order not to break anything. Okay, in order not to break too much. So hopefully it'll all go back together just the same way it came out. Upon inspection though, I did notice there was something funny with the stereo. Speaker over there, nothing there. So that's a bit strange. Yeah, so we'll have to sort that out while we're in there. Okay, just leaving the sandblasters. Just dropped the wheels for the Beamer there, and I'm gonna go hunting now for suspension. So I'll go hunting around the dismantlers. Hopefully I'll find something. Alright, first stop, we got Napier Auto Supplies. Fingers crossed that there's an E34 somewhere out there. No, Napier Auto Supplies, bust. No E34 Beamers, and I need new tyres for Cliffy, and there's nothing in the right size there for that either. I'm after some 225, 50, 16s, or even 235 or 245. So head around the corner now to BJ's Wreckers, I think, and hopefully have some more luck there. Alright, BJ Wreckers, let's have some more luck here. Okay, just got out of BJ's, and he reckons he might have one out the back, but he won't take me out there to show me them. I just wanted to make sure there was no oil leaking out of them first, and make sure it's actually the right car, because he didn't even sound like he knew what a E34 5 Series looked like. But okay bro, I think I have one, I'll call you back. I asked if I could have a look, and he's like, nope, health and safety. But fuck, don't give me that health and safety shit, man. There's like a car right there with its engine just sitting, you know, like I'm fucking stepping over glass just walking in there. And I've got steel caps on, so fuck bro. Well, I'm parked up currently outside PP. I've just been to all the dismantlers in Napier and no luck, no BMWs, no E34 BMWs. So I'm sitting on the phone now, just Googling, ringing ones out of town. And it seems to just be the same story, everyone I ring, eh?
Paul speaking.
Yeah, hi, I was just wondering if you had any E34 BMWs you were dismantling at the moment. I'm after rear struts.
Possibly Napier Autos, we're not doing Beamers.
Nah, they've got nothing either, unfortunately.
Would depend on those ones, sorry.
Alright.
I'm going to go E39 out there at the moment.
Alright, sweet as, cheers man.
Hey buddy, bye.
He did just say he's got an E39 out there. I wonder if E39 rear struts will fit my E34. Alright, just got out of Mudways in Hastings. They had an E39 there, which is the later Model 5 series. I took my strut in there and it's like the same length. The bottom looks like it mounts the same, but the spring is shorter and I guess like the shock bit is longer. I'm not sure what's going on there. So I've said, yeah, I'll take them. So I've just got to come back later on this afternoon once they've pulled them out. And now I've got to drive down to Waipark because there's a guy down there who's got a wiper blade for an E34. Just while I'm over this side of town, thought I'd do my usual drive past the scrappies because people don't just dump them, but they leave all these cars out here while they're waiting to get processed, I guess, before they get squashed up and stuff. So it can be quite interesting seeing what is around. Nothing useful for me, but check out that old Subaru Leone, man. The rust, I don't know if the camera does it justice, but there's holes all through it. I don't think it was parked beside the ocean. I think it was more in it. Yeah, always just like coming for a squiz. Bit of a nosy cunt, you know. Alright, on our way to Waipark, Central Hawke's Bay Motors. This is like one of those old school sort of wreckers, eh? Like there's just heaps of shit there. You drive past, I've never been in there for a walk around or anything, but I know like you can see like old Mitsubishi Mirages stacked 3 high, like way over in the depths. You know, I imagine you'd find some Sigmas and some V3000s and all that sort of old cool shit that you don't see at wreckers anymore because they've all been scrapped and turned into a Honda in Japan a long time ago. So 45-minute, half an hour drive down there and see you there. Well, that was a fail. I've just gone in there, looked at the part they had, and it was an E34, same as mine, but it was a 6-cylinder model and it was a bit of an earlier one, and the wiper blades actually bolted on from the top, whereas mine sort of clamps on. So that one that I was looking at there, the where the shaft goes in, the spline was actually tapered, so because it bolts on from the top, as it tapers down it gets tension, whereas because mine bolts in through the side, there's no taper, it just clamps around it, so it's a complete cylinder. So that's, yeah, shit, like 30 bucks diesel, hour and a half of the day wasted and nothing gained. Oh well. Okay, just got some fuel and Waipawa, and now I'm heading further down because I'm going to Waipark, and there's a wreckers there called Perry's. I heard about it from a mate actually, and apparently you're allowed to walk through there and it's just sweet as, like you just go have a look, like, but because that's what I'm after, like be a bit of humour, and hopefully they've got the parts I'm after. Probably not, but anyway. Problem is though, when I googled them, their phone numbers like doesn't go through, like it's disconnected, like they closed down or haven't paid their bill. Fuck, I don't know. But I've been assured, I was just messaging him from BP, stealing their free Wi-Fi, and he reckons he's told me the address and where to go. So we'll head down there and hopefully this is the one, boys, because fuck, all I've done is drive around car wreckers for like at least 3-4 hours, and it's just been disappointment after disappointment. Like, what a shit show. Buy European, fuck off, get a Japanese car, cunt. Well, I found Perry's car wreckers. Here it is. Evidently it's closed down. But there's still heaps of shit inside it. So, bit of a cunt. Oh, there's an R31 right there, white and grey R31, fucking boned out pink 190e Merc. My god, is that a Honda City right there? Oh, there's probably some gold inside here, man. Fuck, is that a black WRX at the bottom there with like tinted out tail lights? XJS Jag. Oh, where are you, mate? Fuck, I want to go through your shit, bro. Doc Viento Gallant. Yeah, boy. Tiggy. Fucking Tigra. That grey one right there, pretty short. Rear end of an R32 4-door sedan. Just up there to rot. Ah, what a waste. Holy shit. Alright, we got the paint, got some gun grey. Now let's just go see if our wheels are sandblasted. Ooh. Oh, fuck fucking love. So I've left there and I went to Pro Blasts. They were supposed to have my wheels sandblasted by 3. They assured me that it's now 4 o'clock and they weren't done either. So fuck, it's just turning into a shit of a show, eh? Hopefully by 5 they reckon for the struts and shocks, and same for the and the wheels they've now told me are midday tomorrow, which fucks me because I was really hoping to get tyres on them tomorrow and have them painted tonight, but no, can't do much about it, eh? The reason I kept on hunting as well at Wreckers is I'm trying to find a window wiper for this, and I rang the guy on Waipawa and he's like, yeah, I've got an E34 here. So I drove all the way down to Waipawa, or Central Hawke's Bay Motors, and it had a different spindle. This one actually had a tapered, his one actually had a tapered spline and bolted through there, whereas this one is just a fully symmetrical cylinder and it bolts sideways and clamps on instead. So that was wrong as well. So yeah, fuck. Don't go European. It's a shit show. It's just difficult. Everything's way harder than it needs to be. Like, even when I was pulling the back seat out, like, I know why servicing one of these things will cost more, because everything is just junk to get at. Like, removing the rear seat was a cunt, because the seat belts are like all integrated into it. Removing those side bits is a cunt, because there's like lights in here, like, you know, I don't know, you just don't want to break stuff, and because it's all old and plasticky, it wants to break. Removing the parcel tray was difficult as well, because there's like a big air conditioning vent in it. Like, you know, it was not difficult, it just takes longer than it needs to. As with this. So normally the strut out of a Japanese car is just bolted to an arm up here, 2 bolts through here, and 3 bolts in your top hat. This one being that it's part of the knuckle as well, so the whole wheel bearing and everything, like the whole wheel is all attached to this. So there was 3 bolts up in the bottom. I had to take the brake caliper off, a couple of other things, you know, not too many bolts, but it's just more difficult than it would have been if I was doing it on, say, a Mitsubishi or whatever.